Hello, hello, hello everyone. This is Dmitry Valinov here. I am currently in my ship, the Pride of Albion, or something like that. And I'm playing a game called X Rebirth. Uh, it's basically a open sandbox space simulator game, but as you can see, it's more of a underwater simulator, just like most space sims. I mean, you don't have much in the way of velocity and having to worry about all kinds of weird drift and stuff. So, I mean, it's pretty standard as far as like basic space sims go. You know, they don't want to overload the average player with having to worry about compensating for drift and all kinds of other junk. But, and then of course, I can throttle down and it pretty much immediately stops me. But, yeah. X Rebirth, sandbox space sim of awesomeness. Uh, People are likening it to a single player version of EVE Online, which is, I would probably say, a fairly accurate comparison as far as I can tell so far. I haven't had too much chance to actually, dive into it. I've pretty much been playing this guy here for a couple of hours, and the first thing I figured out is to leave the zone you start in, because all of the missions and just general stuff around that area are horrifically difficult for somebody who's just starting out. So essentially, as soon as you can, take one of these space highways, which I will show you where they are. There are these little guys, these little lines here. You can take one of these space highways, and it'll take you to a sector jump point, which then takes you out of the sector. And I went to this sector, which I can't remember what the name of it's called, but I'm in a location called Buried Treasure, and it sounds awesome. I'm guessing there's a whole bunch of piratey stuff around, and maybe like hidden installations or some crap that you can find. But anyway, while you're playing this game, you can play pretty much any way you want. If you want to just be a trading vessel running back and forth to various stations, buying and selling and manufacturing all manner of crazy goods, you can do that. You can play this game without ever firing a shot on free mode. I think in campaign mode you pretty much have to fight at least a little bit. And, arguably you'll probably have to fight at least every once in a while, even if you're just a trader. But your ship comes with weapons, which is good. I currently have a pulsed Mazer Mark 1, which is this little guy here. Basically a machine gun. But let me show you something really cool. The targeting for the main weapon system, which is the Mazer here, is actually tied to my little mouse cursor. So I can actually shoot over here and do all this stuff, and it really helps with like dogfighting and stuff. Unfortunately, the most common way to fly is by holding in the left mouse button and dragging this cursor around, and see how I follow where the cursor is going. You can steer with the keyboard, but it's a little less, I don't know, seems a little less fluid to me. I mean, I remember flying the old X-Wing and TIE Fighter games with the keyboard, but that's been a while, and yeah, it just seems a little weird to me to be moving in straight lines and stuff when I can just go like, ooh, look, I can go in circles and weird crap. But anyway, so yeah, and they have these big ass stations roaming around. Well, they're not really roaming, they kind of sit still, but you roam around. And all these stations, you have to discover like each individual little point on it, which is kind of obnoxious. But see, like this one right here, that's I think it's a buy order for like medical supplies and stuff. And so if you have medical supplies, you can fly up to it and then click it and like sell your medical supplies that you have in your inventory, which is another little pet peeve that I'm having right now, is that I don't know how to see my inventory The I button is for info, like whatever you select, you can get info on it. Like, I can click on this guy. See, it's an industrial surveillance craft, and I can click I. And you go and you look over at this thing, and it gives you general information on the craft, like how many hit points it has and all this other stuff. And its management is 1 employee, which is kind of funny. There's nothing in storage, but it does have a weapon system, which I don't know what is. But anyway, so yeah, I is the info screen rather than inventory, so you can't really see what you have. I mean, it shows me payloads on weapons, like my Sunstalkers here, but nothing having to do with like what's in my cargo hold. And then as you can see, you know, I've got other buy orders for other things around here. And sell orders and more buy orders, and I haven't actually seen how to manufacture anything yet, but I'm told it's in here. Presumably I have to find a factory station or something. I found a shipyard down one of these space highways. I think it was that one. But unfortunately, I was getting kind of laggy with frame rate issues and stuff in there, so I decided to leave that place for the purposes of this video because it was causing all kinds of problems. So presumably there's just too much crap around, and there was a lot of asteroids and things like that that it was having to draw and all that junk. So, but anyway, oh, saw Skull and Crossbones there. Because Skull and Crossbones are basically combat missions for generally whatever faction the station belongs to, and you can actually work for the pirate factions if you want. See, there it is. Anyway, and in fact, I can, in theory, you know, once I get set up and started with like my own fleet and stuff, because you can buy massive amounts of ships. I could get, you know, like 20 destroyers if I could, and I could find the crew, and they would be my fleet. But I'm stuck in this ship, but I still have that fleet with me, and then if I wanted to, you know, say I wanted to take over this sector, I would then just start blowing up all of the stations that are currently here, and then I would install my own. So you can, in theory, take over all of known space. But because the progression in the game is so slow, you're probably not going to do it anytime soon. So far from what I've seen, it is incredibly difficult to make money. I've done a few missions here and there that have been fairly easy combat missions, and they pay decent, but I mean, I still don't have enough to upgrade any guns or anything like that, because they run in the hundreds of thousands. I've also done some mining, but I haven't found any place to sell the stuff that I got, so I'm not really sure how that works per se. But yeah, like, I have a mining laser. Hold on. Yeah, see, there's my mining laser, and it's basically this thing. And you can see some asteroids like way out there, but if I was closer to them, I could go up to them and just start zapping away at them, and every once in a while they will drop like a little container is what it looks like, and you run over that and it picks up whatever minerals. I think there's more efficient ways to do it, like you can break them up and then send out drones to like collect everything, but once again, costs more money because you have to get the drones, and you know, in general, money. And as you can see also, as I've been looking around here, like you can see just like dozens or hundreds of these ships. They've got these like space lanes basically of traffic. And occasionally, like you'll actually find like an enemy hidden in there. Like it'll just suddenly turn red. Like you scan it or something and it's got contraband or whatever, I don't know. But either way, every once in a while one of them will just turn red. And then you can blow them up, and then like the station says, oh, thank you so much. Here is some money and some reputation. And as you can see, I've got a +10 with Plutarch Mining Corporation right there. From, you know, blowing up their enemies. But let me just show you something. See, I can't get information on this module right now until I fly closer to it. And hopefully, yeah, see, there we go. And then I can just double click on that, get info, and I'll look at that screen again, and that is a high-tech fab bulk tube stack. I don't know what exactly that is, but that's what that thing is. And it's got nothing in its wares, but apparently it's holding 757,832 of something. And anyway, so yeah, and then there's just tons of different kinds of ships. Like you can see, you know, that's a mining ship out there. It's pretty big, actually. And then there's, you know, probably surveillance ships around. Oh, there's a hydrogen harvester way out there. There we go, industrial surveillance craft. Those are basically the police running around in this place. And they're kind of scattered all over the place. You see, you got dozens of them hanging around. And in fact, that's what probably most of them are. But out farther away, you can kind of see some stuff moving out there. Most of it's right in this area, and they're mostly like mining ships and stuff, but yeah, so horribly expansive and very time-consuming. Oopsie. Like this high-tech fab is buying cut crystals, refined metals, and silicon wafers for those amounts each. And it looks like they have a ton of them, so they're minus those percentages. So anyway, so if I had any of those, I could, you know, sell them here, or what I would want to do is I'd want that price to be, you know, plus X percent, and then I would sell them because that means it's above market value. But anyway, let me just do some flying around here and show you guys some stuff. Like I said, this is the buried treasure place. Let's go to this unknown zone and see. Let me show you what the space highways are. Okay. And I got this little boost afterburner thing too, which is kind of nice because it gets you around pretty quick. Change my primary weapon. Hey, what are these? Energy traders. Apparently you can like mine like fuel and stuff from just gas clouds and things like that. I'm guessing that's what those guys are doing. And they like, and you can sell it to the stations, and yeah, it's a ridiculously robust economy for being just a single player game. And like, if I was to blow up even like a single module on like these stations, like that could drastically affect the economy depending on what I blow up. So, you know, say I blow up like a massive storage facility for, I don't know, ferrous metals. Well, then the price of ferrous metals skyrockets because they're significantly less. And if I happen to have a whole crap ton, I could then go sell them and make a boatload of money. So you can see where being an underhanded bastard can kind of pay off too, because say you start stockpiling stuff while it's low, and then you artificially make it high by blowing up all the supply of it. And then you only have, you know, you have the only supply and it's at like plus 50% markup now or something. What the hell's that guy? Scoop collector. Oh, that's a drone. Oh, that's another thing. I have drones. And they're not like your standard drones like they have in EVE Online. You actually get to pilot these ones. I think they have like drone swarms where you just let them go too. But the ones I have are all... See, I have the Beholder, and then I have 2 Assassins. And I apparently... Or that's what I have selected. Or, oh. Activates all drones' passive abilities. I see. So anyway, yeah, apparently you can just like turn them on smart defense or whatever too, which is kind of nice. But anyway, space highways. Space highways. Let me go to this unknown zone, whatever the hell it is. I'll probably have to fight something once I get there. Whee! Holy crap. Yeah, you can see the frame rate issues already right there. I find it kind of funny how everybody passes me in these things. So I'm passing a big, massive asteroid field over there on the left. And you can also see where the lane's kind of going. Like it'll turn sharply here to the right, or not so sharply. But then there's a station coming up. Well, it's a pretty big station too. And then you pretty much just hit decelerate to leave. And it kicks you out.
Liquid metal.
And this place is called Liquid Metal. And I don't know what this is, but it's friggin' huge. Anyway. So yeah, that's the space highway, and it takes you to another zone, and then like, these are docking points right here. Once they're like attached, usually on top, although top is relative in space. This one probably has some kind of repair facility or something that has like a dance club or something in it. And you can find different things depending on, you know, which one you dock at. This one will probably have like ship equipment and stuff like that. Got a discount unlocked for something. Anyway, this one has an arms dealer, engineer, black marketeer, junk dealer. And there's probably other ones too, but yeah, okay. So, mechanic. There we go. There's the mechanic. And that's the one that you use to like modify your ship and stuff. But yeah, and they got these like big billboards and stuff like all over the outside of the stations, like advertising for different things. It's really cool, like the kind of detail they put into the stations. I mean, the graphics aren't super mega awesome, and I'm in kind of a drab portion of space anyway. But there are some really interesting looking places around too, like giant glittering floating crystals fields and junk like that. I mean, it's just like insane the amount of environments that they have. And of course, you know, well, they've got aliens and things like that too, so you can get your Xeno fix if you really feel like it. Although you're pretty much stuck playing a human or an Argon, I think is what they call them. But yeah, it's basically human. So let me go ahead and dock on this station here, and I'll show you what the inside of stations looks like.
This is the Albion Skunk.
Requesting permission to dock.
Oh yeah, and you have co-pilot over there.
We're overjoyed to welcome you aboard.
And they are overjoyed to welcome me. And yeah, see, there's an engineer that I can talk to.
And chat. I'll make it worth your visit if you shop here.
Yeah, repair your ship. You can hire them.
Signing
all
off.
Kinds of other stuff. I don't know what the hell this thing is, but and you can pretty much just run around and you can loot like anything. Like I've got tons of stuff. There's no like inventory space per se. It's just you run around and presumably it all gets dumped on your ship.
Give me a break. Why are we teased with this stuff all the time?
You just loot everything and then you can sell it somewhere else. It's a decent way to make money. I mean, I haven't actually sold a lot of this stuff that I found, but oh, here we go.
Green lizard scum everywhere.
She's an arms dealer. And as you can see, like, the people look like terrible as far as the graphics go. But, you know, you can't really complain much because the scope and scale of this game is just incredible. And the fact that they have all these different entities moving around on the screen at the same time. I mean, they're obviously on like an autopilot type program because they're all going in the same directions and the same locations and stuff, but it probably takes a lot of processing power to do this, I would imagine, which is which explains my frame rate slowdowns and all that other junk.
They didn't even have highways just 40 years ago.
They didn't even have highways? Well, they had highways, just not space highways. And this guy's a junk dealer. Oh, and he's part of the Heart of Albion faction, which don't apparently like me because I probably blew something up of theirs.
Hello, pilot. Is there anything I can offer you?
You can show me your wares.
Show me your wares, please.
Sure.
Yep, I don't have anything to sell to him right now. But as you can see, I've only got 157,000 credits, which is nothing in this game. Kind of sad, really. Who are you? You are the mechanic.
Pilot, come and get some bargains for me.
Trade. What do you trade? Oh yeah, you get to buy parts from her. Him. It. I don't even know.
Good luck.
But, so yeah, that's pretty much... I mean, this one's not very extensive as far as what you can go wandering around in. The club one's probably a lot more walk-aroundable. But that's the basic idea of it. You can only go into like certain modules of the space station, basically, and so you can't walk through like the whole thing. Like I can't walk up that entire spire there or anything. They didn't render, you know, the entirety of the inside of the station, but still, a good damn portion of it. Bulk carrier. Ow! Somebody just ran into me. Yeah, I think that's about all I'm going to show you guys for today. Sorry, I didn't really do much. I just kind of flew around and talked my head off. But yeah, a lot of the actual doing stuff is not all that exciting. Because, you know, it takes a while to do pretty much anything. I mean, I guess I could go do a mission or something, but...
Illegal scanning has dire consequences.
Uh-oh! But anyway. Let me get out of here. There's the mining ship again. So yeah, that is X Rebirth, at least a very basic rundown of it. As I said, the scope and scale of the game is just incredible. You can do literally anything you want. Build an empire, destroy an empire, be a pirate, be a trader, be a police officer. You can buy a police license, for fuck's sake. It's ridiculous. Buy a police license, and then you can run around and like scan ships and stuff and play police officer for whatever reason you'd want to. Just an incredible game by the sound of it. I haven't gotten too into it, like I said, but just I get the feeling I could spend months or years playing through just a single free world like game. So hope you guys liked the video, and I appreciate it if you could leave any comments about, you know, the game that you might want to see. If you want to see me go and do a combat mission or just run around and explore a little bit, I would be happy to do that. Thank you so much.